I don't know what I did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I finally have somebody that's going to come do my hair for real, like twist it the way it's supposed to be. Because these little twists are driving me nuts. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How's everybody? So, how was the weekend? I was asking that before we got cut off. How's the weekend? I was saying my weekend was not that exciting other than baby's birthday. It was Monday, so we got to celebrate that baby, which was amazing. And Ross still has to buy books for school. Can we talk about that? How many people are Zooming and still having to buy books? I don't know why I feel like if you're Zooming, there should be no books involved. Is that wrong? I don't understand why my mentality is like that. I just feel like you're on Zoom, it should not be any type of books necessary. You're online, everything should be online. Let's get some online books. I have some water. I don't know where my water is. Let's see. Okay. Has everybody been good? How are you eating? Later on, I'm going to be on live on Instagram with Daphne Wayans. So that's going to be fun. And we're going to talk about eating and how we can, all figure out how we can eat right because the fall is coming and we need to make sure that we're drinking enough water, we're getting enough vitamins, we're doing our exercises, not too much to overwhelm you. Just what's the little things that you can do to incorporate every day to at least get the ball rolling. And that's the way I look at it. I'm like, baby steps, everything done in moderation. I know Hood Healer was saying that not only Hood Healer was another person saying that we need high vibrations coming up, between now and December. So getting off as much meat as you can possibly get off. They suggest really going plant-based as much as possible. And I'm taking heed because I'm like, what's the worst thing that can happen? You know, I had a piece of steak about a week ago. I had a little bit of a Chinese chicken salad. Like, I'm not eating a whole lot of meat, but I'm going to be very cognizant not to eat any meat coming up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm wondering if I'm going to cook today. Is April going to be in the kitchen today? No, I think tomorrow. I've been trying to make this meatless meatloaf. So I think that's going to happen tomorrow. I'm just going to turn on the recorder and videotape it. I don't know how it's going to come out. I've never tried meatless meatloaf. I feel like I want that. I feel like I want some mashed potatoes. I feel like I want some string beans. So I think that's going to be tomorrow because today I have to go live and I don't feel like doing all of that. I think after my live, I'm going to go out into the garden and just look at my plants. My okra is growing. My tomatoes are growing. I don't know what else is popping up. Here's the thing. I kind of took out a couple of the sticks that said what was in the pot because nothing was growing. And now something's growing and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's lemon. I don't know if it's peppers. It's two pots like that. All of a sudden, bing, you're like, because this is the thing. I kept watering it. I said, you know what? I'll just keep watering it. But for some reason, I took the stick out or one of the raccoons knocked it over and the stick came out. And I was like, ain't nothing growing anyway. So I never put the stick back in. And guess what? Peeping right through the dirt. Here's the thing, there is so much satisfaction for planting a dry seed. If you get them in the pack or if you just happen to eat tomatoes, because you can just if you ever had cherry tomatoes and they get a little, I don't want to say moldy, but squishy in the refrigerator and you're not going to eat them, do not throw them away. Put them in some soil and they will grow. So that's what I've been doing. I've been saving all my seeds, even celery. Hey, I'm back. I don't know what happened. You're making chili tomorrow. And we're back. I know. I hit a button over there and that was it. So what I did was with my little cherry tomatoes, I told y'all, I actually put them in dirt, covered it up, started watering. Boom. Then the raccoons ate it. But you can do it. And I told Tamika, if y'all watch my April and Tamika show, I now have her saving all her seeds. Anytime you eat an apple or a pear or whatever, how do you think they get those seeds? From leftover apples and pears and whatever else. Like they dry them out and they make the seeds. So you can do it too. So unfortunately, I have every avocado that we have ever eaten. So I have a lot of avocado seeds. Here's the thing. When I went to the nursery, they said avocado is probably the hardest tree to grow. It is really hard to grow. Yes, you'll get some sprouts or whatever, but to actually get the tree takes years. And I'm like, oh my God. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the nursery one day this week and get one that's already started, but I don't want to throw away my avocado seeds. So if anybody has a big piece of land or whatever, and you want some avocado seeds, I will send you some because I have about 30 avocado seeds dried. So they're ready. It's just like, I don't know for me if it's worth planting. Like I'll keep them just so I never have to buy one in case I want to, grow an avocado tree later. It's just, I don't know if I should do it now. I don't know. And I was making something with celery and I was like, let me put a toothpick through it, the end, because you always cut off the end. And let me put it in water. Do you know roots grew? But what happened was we went camping and I forgot to put water in the little glass. So when I came back, it was all dried up and I was like, God dang, I messed up that little piece of celery. But now I know I don't have to buy celery seeds because I have plenty of celery in the refrigerator and I will do it again. And I think I'm going to plant celery. I'm going to purposely cut off the bottom, put it in some water. It is so amazing about science and living organisms. Like these are living things. That's why it's so good for your body. You have to realize that if you put it in water, it will grow. So it's something good for your body. Meat and all of that good, processed food is really, when you think about it, as much as we like meat, and I get it, but it serves your body no good. It's good for you. I mean, good to you, but it's not necessarily good for you. And that's the thing in life. We love everything that is good for us. And I mean, good to us. I'm sorry, good to us, but not good for us. How good is it? What is it going to do for your body? So for me, I'm not going to make any hard stances. I'm not going to hold myself like so hard. Hey, everybody. Hi, Marie. I'm not going to hold myself at such a hard stance because then it's too much pressure, but I am very cognizant of the way I want to eat, especially for the fall. I think I was trying to say, Hood Healer was saying, and another, I don't want to say visionary, just another, I don't want to say psychic, clairvoyant, one of those people online. They both said, keep your energy high coming into the fall, meaning less meat, more water, more fruits, more exercising, more of everything other than processed foods and meat. They said because of the stuff that we're getting ready to go through, we need stuff to be able to ward off bad feelings, bad emotions, all the stuff that is getting ready to be thrown at us. And we know the elections coming, that's going to be, I don't want to say stressful, but it could be stressful. We want to have our immunity up. I think everybody should do their due diligence and look up immunity steam bath. I did it before. I believe it's oranges, onion. I forgot the herb that was in it. And you let it just boil and you just take a towel and put your head over the pot and cleanse your sinuses, cleanse everything, get it down to, through the lungs, down into your body and just steam bath. It makes sense. A lot of people were doing it in March. So it is easy to find. I Googled it. Hood Healer says we should be doing that. I think take your vitamin B and D. D is so important. People, my doctor used to tell me all the time, people don't realize how important D is. Yes, you get the sun, but enough people do not get the recommended daily dose of D. So I have D. I haven't been taking them. I'm going to order some more so we can have some for the fall and just take 2 a day. I think you only need like 500 milligrams of D a day. So I found this company, I think it's Life Extensions, where I can get the tablets at 5,000 milligrams, and they're very inexpensive. It's like $6 a bottle. But the thing is to order it, like I had it up the other day and I was trying to put it on subscription so it could just come. Like, I love when something has a subscription because mama be forgetting. And I don't want to be on the last one and like, dang, I ain't got no more, because I know how long it took for me to order that. You know what I mean? So I couldn't figure out the subscription. I was like, I don't remember how to do this. So I didn't do it. B as in boy and D as in David. Make sure you are taking them. And anything else in between, I heard magnesium is good. I think if you found a really good all-in-one pill, or there are companies that I think if you do the little survey, what you're lacking in, what your blood type, what do you like to eat, I think they can formulate what you need to be taking. And I think my girlfriend is on that, and she sent me the info, and I never followed through. But I probably need you, because I want to take a few things, and if I could get it in maybe 2 to 3 pills, that would be great. A multivitamin, you know what I mean? Because my multivitamin may not have magnesium. Then I got to add a pill for magnesium. My multivitamin doesn't have enough vitamin D. It may have 2,000 grams of D, when I know my doctor told me take 5,000. So then I still need another pill for my D. So I haven't found the ultimate vitamin or multivitamin. And that's a good question. If anybody has a company, a brand, a manufacturer, anything, a great multivitamin, please let me know. Put it in the comments, because I really want 1 or 2 pills. That's it. I have a problem swallowing. Like, once I swallow, it feels like it always gets stuck here. And then it takes like a couple of hours to finally get down. And I mean, I know I have to go through it because I need to take the vitamins, so I'll do it. But I don't like taking them, So if I can get around that, I would be like, woohoo, yes, yay to that. So that's one thing. What else am I do later? I said I'm not cooking. We got cut off, so I don't know what was saved and what wasn't. So we're going to talk about dinner. Someone said they're making chili. I'm going to make a meatloaf tomorrow. I'm not cooking. I think we have leftover. We did pizza yesterday. We found this Italian place. And babe, first of all, the Italian place has been here or in our eyesight forever. We just never went there. So my girlfriend was like, have you ever tried this place? I was like, no, like it just didn't look like somewhere I would want to try. Tried it. Oh my God. Do not judge a book by its cover. You heard that saying, right? Do not judge a book by its cover. Nothing wrong with the place. Benihana's here. The Italian place is here. I just never thought to go there. I have my Italian place that I like, but it is a little further. So when she told me about this one, I was like, oh, you know what? This one's closer. And what's the worst that could happen? Maybe it'll be good, and then I don't have to get on the freeway and go to the one that I really love. This could be in between, still give me the fix that I want, the Italian taste or whatever I'm ordering. So we went there. We done ordered there 3 times. 3 times in a week, because I ordered when she told me just to see. Then I ordered again because I think 2 people were out of the house and they didn't have it. Then we had people over on Saturday. We had a game night, and I ordered like a huge amount of food just for, the dinner party. And it was amazing. I'm like, I'm going to give it at least 10 to 15 years that place been there. It's a neighborhood favorite. I did not know. I just never thought. And here's the thing. I've always seen people over there, but I was never that curious to go. How about that? Never that curious to go. Now it is probably one of my top 5. I'm like, oh my God. So I say that to say we got pizza yesterday there. And anytime you make a pizza and I eat the entire pizza, not a piece of crust is left on anyone's plate. And they do personal pans. So Royce got spinach, Royale got plain, I got half mushroom and plain, and Ross got pepperoni. The crust is so good that we all eat like there's not, when you open the box, usually you'll see the leftover crust. There's nothing left. Nothing left. And I don't eat crust. It is the softest, most tasty crust I've ever had. So we just go crazy. So I had that for leftover tonight. And that's what dinner is. Tomorrow I'll get creative. I gotta figure out this meatloaf. I'm gonna go online. Here's the thing. I grew up 7-day Adventist. I think I told you guys that. So my grandmother used to always make this lentil meatloaf. And because I was young, you know, I don't know the recipe. She's no longer here. It was delicious. And I know I grew up vegetarian, but I didn't realize how complicated it must have been for my grandmother to make these dishes. And she would make that with peas and rice, you know, some vegetables, and I took it for granted. And now I will, you know, never say never, but I don't, you know, she didn't write it down. It was probably something that she had off the top of her head. And I used to watch her make it and be like, oh, it's not a big deal. Anytime I want it, she can make it. So for the younger ladies out there and men, I think it would behoove you to get those recipes while they're alive, or learn how to make that dish that they make, even though you're spoiled, because we all do that. Like when my uncle comes to visit, I purposely don't want to know how to make something so he can make it for me. But guess what? Tomorrow's not guaranteed for none of us. And I started asking him one by one to send me the recipes so I can have them. So in case anything happened, like he makes us these little turkey patties when he comes, because we don't eat beef, but we will eat turkey. But now Royale doesn't even eat the turkey. So he's going to have to, the next time he come, he'll make us some veggie ones, but they're so good. And then it's the spices, like he brings his spices. Ain't nothing like somebody traveling to you with their spices. That's when you know they are cooked. He come in with this Ziploc, this rolled up in a paper towel, and this done, and this chop, and this pepper, and that pepper don't go with that pepper. I'd just be waiting. I'm like, yes, make them oxtails. Make that fried fish with the head. Yes, I love fish with the head. Don't say nothing to me. I'm West Indian. That's all I know. If you're a little girl and you grow up eating a porgy, or not a whitey, we won't eat the whitey head, but like a porgy or a red snapper or something like that, and they stew it and they put it on, like, it's called fungi, which is like cornmeal with okra. That's why I'm growing okra. So imagine a beautiful dish. It's kind of like a polenta. Think about that. But it has okra in it. And then they lay that steamed fish in there with the head, with the onions and the peppers and the thyme. I done made myself hungry. I done sat up here and made myself hungry. I want a piece of fish. They can't, there's no way. When you go to St. Thomas and you get off that plane, go put your bags down and find you some hole in the walls. When I tell you that's the best food you'll ever have, the best fish, oh my God. I don't go to the, what's the big restaurant there? Stevie's? I think it's Stevie's, whatever. I go right down by the water. It's like a wharf, and you just walk along and you see who cooking. And let me tell you, they the cleanest people on earth. You go in there, sit down, what you want. I want a red snapper. I want fungi. I want some plantains. And you sit back and get you a cocktail. A cocktail costs like $2. And you sit there and that food come out. Jesus, I want to travel. I cannot wait to travel. So I say all of that to say, get the recipes, everybody. I went down a rabbit hole. Get the recipes. That's right. Get the recipes, because you never know. So now I want to make this meatloaf. I don't have the recipe. I'm going to figure it out. hopefully it comes out good. If it has the consistency that I need, I know what it needs to taste like. I know it needs some breadcrumbs. Only thing is I'm using faux beef, so that will be the difference other than the texture of, regular beef. So we'll see. And I'll make some mashed potatoes or whatever. But I'm going to jump off in a little bit. I will probably see you guys a little later. Yeah, thank you for hanging in there. We will talk. If you don't see me later, definitely tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow. Are we watching the game later? That's another thing. Who's watching basketball? Now, yesterday I made a mistake. Not a mistake. I was watching something and then I turned because I'm trying not to watch football. I turned. It was the last 5 seconds of the Seahawks and New England, I think, because it was Cam Newton versus Russell Wilson. 5 seconds. So I didn't see the whole game. Now it's 30-35. And if Cam makes the touchdown, it's going to be game over. So now I'm enthralled. I'm like, I wasn't trying to watch the game. Now I need to watch the game. I need to see the last 5 seconds. And 5 seconds turned into, 5 seconds, could be 10 to 15 minutes, especially if it's a field goal. They can time out 2 or 3 times. It could be a penalty. So my 5 seconds did turn into about 10 minutes of me like, who am I rooting for? Everything black. Okay, black quarterback. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to watch. But now I'm like, I'm glued. And the Seahawks won. Yeah, Cam Newton tried to do his Superman. They stopped his ass right up in the air. They was like, no, dude, get down. So they won. And it's hard when it's 2 black quarterbacks. I was like, I want them both to win. I like Cam and I like Russell. But Russell did come out with the win. There was something else I watched. I did see a little bit. See, I only saw like the Sports Center stuff on the basketball. I forgot to watch it. And I saw that the Lakers won at the buzzer, which was dope. I love stuff like that. Matter of fact, that's all I need is the highlights. And then there was something else I wanted to tell y'all about. What did I watch? I watched The Vow. I don't know if you're watching The Vow on HBO. Right now, it's 5 episodes. And I need y'all to watch it because I don't understand. Like, here's the thing. I think I consider myself a smart person. And I don't think a cult could catch me. I don't think a cult could catch me. Because when you find and I'm not going to say there's no black cults. That would be dumb. But the cult that I was watching, it might have been, out of all the people, maybe 2 black people. And I mean a lot of people. You're not going to catch me. You're not going to catch me with my mouth open. No, baby. And you're not going to catch me with the stupid shit that they were saying. Send me some stuff so the master can understand. Believe that you're obedient. So they would be sending nude pictures and pictures of their bank account, just stupid stuff. And so now they have this collateral on them. And then when you realize it's a cult 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, you're scared to leave because they got all your nudes and you talking about your family on tape. Yeah, I hate my mother and I hate that things you wouldn't say out loud that they didn't force, but they talked you into saying and giving them that. So they would keep a file on April, keep a file on Marie, keep a file on Pierre, keep a file on Renee, keep a file. And these women would do it. You have to watch it. And here's the thing. I hope it's only 6 episodes and then we're finished. Because it's it's a true story. It's a documentary. It's a documentary. And the reason they have that much footage is because the cult guy wanted them to record just about everything they did because people were saying slanderous stuff about him. So he wanted the new footage that they were shooting every day to help prove his case. But then when the person that was doing the recording 10 to 12 years later realized it is a cult, he had all the footage. Like, you just have to watch it. Everybody's watching it. It is absolutely insane. Here's the thing. I think our people are just a little bit more keen. You're not getting my money. They was taking their money, you know, working them for free. I got the Beyond Lucky book. Oh, good. I need to know about it. I went to order the wine glasses. They are beautiful. Oh, do it, Sabrina. I went and ordered. I'm gonna order. We're gonna drink out of those this week. I know we like the April and Tamika, but we're gonna have two. We're gonna have one with April and Tamika. We're gonna have. Did you get the long ones, the Olivia Pope, and then I have the wide ones. Like when I went on their website, Crate and Barrel, I couldn't let the wide ones go. I was like, I gotta get the Olivia, and I gotta get that. Knock on wood, they're still intact. Sabrina, when I tell you, you better be very cautious and gentle with them. I wash it so gingerly, and then I air dry it and put it back because you can't leave it. There's no way it could go in the dishwasher. You have to hand dry it. So I digress. Val, you have to watch it. So last night, I think it comes out every Sunday. It was out last night, so I watched it, and I hate being up to date. Like I wish I could have watched. See, if you guys watch it now, you have 1 through 5. When I started, I had 1, 2, 3. 1 to 3. Right. And then I had to wait for 4, and last night was 5. So that's the deal on that. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I love you guys. I got the long ones. Yes. They are so dainty. Those glasses are amazing though. So everybody's gonna do their best to be mindful of what you're eating. Never gonna tell you not do it. Just be mindful. Eat more vegetables and fruit. Save all your seeds. If not for you, for your grandkids, your cousin, your little nieces, nephews, whatever. Teach them how to grow a plant. Like Tamika's girls are fine. They're planting, and it's one thing to plant and put it in the dirt, and you're like, oh, it's going to take forever. And then 2 and 3 days go by and they spurt, they come up. The kid's face, she told me her daughters are like, oh my God, like it is a happy feeling, like you are growing something. You are nurturing a living thing. It is, even for me, I'm like, when my okra was the first to come up, I was like, right now, my okra is like, what's up, boo? Like, we about to give you some real okra in a couple of days. Like, I think in a month, I'll have some. And here's the thing. I only planted 4 seeds because in the pack, it might be 20. I had to order those online, organic okra seeds. And I'm like, now I'm going to go and plant more because I was like testing. Everything has like 2 or 3, 2 or 3, 2 or 3. And they're all coming up, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't really know what I'm doing. I semi-know. So now I have to do some research online. There's whole Facebook groups and all type of bloggers about vegetables. It's like going down a rabbit hole. I start and I'm like, okay, this lady, really quick, this lady in, I want to say Vermont or somewhere where it gets cold, she showed how she has her summer vegetables, and in the winter, this woman done dug a underground that has a flip up. All her plants are growing. I was like, that is bomb. She was like, y'all 4 seasons aren't going to get me. I'm still going to grow my vegetables. I'm going to figure it out. Ooh, what is that noise? Please don't let it be an earthquake. And it was crazy because she wiped off all the snow. She flipped the top up. She had an entire garden down there. I was like, oh my God. So if I'm in California with sun all year round, baby, I have no excuse. I can grow whatever I want, and that's what I'm going to do. Hey, family. Hey, June. But we're signing off, June. We've been on here a minute for 30 minutes. I'm going to get off. I got some things to do. If I don't see y'all tonight, back again, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed evening. Okay? I'll see you soon.